Good afternoon and a very warm welcome from Hillhead's Whitley Bay. I'm Adam Matman and joining me for this one is Carl Wood. Carl, how's it going, my friend?
Fantastic, glad to be back.
Yeah, great to have you back. And well, games don't get much bigger than this one. It's a relegation battle at the foot of the table between the hometown Whitley Bay Beacons and the Kingston Diamonds. But these two sides have matched up very well this season.
Absolutely, I mean this one's for all the marbles, and I mean just watching this warm-up, they've done pretty much the same warm-up. They're both looking very sharp and they're looking like they want this badly.
For the Diamonds, I guess if Whitley want to get success, it's trying to solve Sam Bowler between the pipes, because she is phenomenal and really one of the top goaltenders in this country.
Well, that's what everybody's been saying so far coming in here this morning. I mean, they're all talking about Sam. I mean, they can play the game with the rest of the players on the ice, but it's trying to solve that mystery of getting pucks past her. So I mean, it's going to be, end of the zone quick, couple of passes, lots of quick shots, and be ready for those rebounds.
Yeah, last weekend the Beacons did find it difficult to score. However, in the second game down in Slough, they did get a couple of goals, but that was down to Kimberly Brengan, who's going to be missing this afternoon even. So she's going to be a huge loss for the Beacons. But with Ruby Newlands back in there and Abby McCall, that gives us a different dimension perhaps. As we're underway then, it's the Diamonds who will come out with it initially, deep in their own zone. Beacons trying to get a forecheck in early doors. And it is going to be Ruby Newlands who plays on this top line with Steph Towns and Abby Coulshaw. Casey Trell plays it forward. Out wide now to Coulshaw. Slip pass back to Newlands, try to feed Steph Towns, who cuts through the centre of the ice.
Good start already. Good possession time in the offensive zone. That's good to see.
It is, yeah, as Bascoon gets a clearance. Slips it out wide left.
One on 5 here.
Yeah, it's in the middle of a line change here with Diamonds, so they just had to sort of hold on as much as they could there, but managed to get into the Beacon zone as Trail will pass it back to Jenny Hare. We're going to get a call here, but
too many men?
I guess it must be, yeah, but certainly looked like the hand gesture, but I must admit I couldn't see too many players out there, but we shall see. But the players are confused as much as we do, I think.
The refs are a little confused as well. They're kind of asking the bench.
Yeah, and it is going to be, looks like Danielle Turnbull's going to serve the penalty. So that's an early blow then, because obviously you don't want to have to give up a power play opportunity to your opponents this early in the game. But like I say, I thought it was a bit harsh. I didn't spot it, but I guess we'll just have to give them that one. The eagle-eyed official down there who called it. And it's going to be a 2 minutes power play then for the Diamonds. Bascoon gets it across. She'll get the return pass. So Becky Castle-Wood quick to close her down. A bit of a loose pass there. I just have to go back to receive, and that's a shot coming in from distance. In fact, just trying to say, I think it's Holly Cornford who's playing on the point there, number 11. Who's been bright this season whenever she's played against the Beacons.
So Beacons are playing a good box formation here for this penalty kill. So far, so good.
Yeah. Deflection there, just come off Casey Trell's stick, I think, and eased into the corner. But as you say, Carl, Beacons keeping the shape, they're disrupting the play when they can, not allowing the Diamonds to get set. Cornford will have to wait to get that puck to settle down, and then it's cleared nicely by Becky Castle-Wood. It was a lovely clearance. She'll dump it in and go for a change.
Great chip out.
Yeah, that's where that hockey brain comes in, isn't it? She knew she just had to get a little bit of a touch on it, just get it out of the zone, and it's job done.
Absolutely, gets everybody off and on the ice, quick breather, and set up again.
Yeah, we'll get a face-off then to the right of what I should say is Megan Craig's goal. She's got the start this afternoon, unavailable last weekend as she was playing for, it was the men's team she was playing for last weekend, so she's unavailable. So it meant that Jess Kinghorn had to play both games last week. She did extremely well, especially considering she was loaded with cold. So put in one heck of a performance last weekend. Indeed got player of the game in that first game down at Streatham.
It's always hard when they're the away games like that, and
Yeah.
you've got no subs for yourself.
Well, that's it, yeah. It will be gathered then by the Diamonds. That's Danny Newlove, who's one of the younger players, but looking like she's got a bright future in the game. Emma Painter tried the attempted clearance, wouldn't quite go, and then it gets caught under Rachel Stockdale's skates, but Whitley doing enough just now, just to keep them on the peripheries and up along the boards.
10 more seconds.
Yeah, and Danielle Turnbull primed and ready to come back out the box. If they can release her with a stretch pass, it'd be great, but Kingston, I think, were wise to that and just held on and keeping it behind the Beacons net for the time being. Thought she was going to release a shot then, but she'll hold on, and then it was a stray pass picked off nicely though by Turnbull. Her first action since coming back out the box. And Abby Coulshaw will gather, takes it into the corner, which I certainly hope that skating entrance door is going to hold up, because it was me who had to bolt it shut this afternoon. We've seen that open during games before. Shot coming in far left from Beth Scoom, but it's charged down nicely, and Abby Coulshaw quick to get it away, and then a nice flick clearance, and she'll go back to the bench, as will Steph Towns, and it'll be Becky Kastner-Woodline out there, who's got Abby McCourt there, who has played alongside her for a lot of this season. And Scoon with the shot just flashes wide. Very much still part of the GB squads and training. She didn't play in the World Championships, the latest edition at least, but she has been a part in the past, and I know she was part of a training squad, so this Kingston side does still have a lot of talent out there. Perhaps not stacked so much as the likes of the Vixens in Solihull, and of course the Queen Bees now based in Slough, but there's still some particularly strong individuals here. Same with Whitley, really.
Absolutely. Got another penalty.
Yeah, might be on Ruby Newlands here. She backdoored her opponent a little bit there, I think, perhaps, and I think it's Helen Emerson who was on the receiving end, and it is indeed Ruby Newlands who will get the penalty. So
it's always a hard one, because you're just trying to contain that player, you know, and it's like you're not really trying to go in with that physicality, but I mean, it's sometimes you just have to, and then of course, you know, they make that call.
Well, that's it. Yeah, and well, second early penalty that the Beacons have given up, and although they killed off the last one well, I don't want to be giving up too many penalties, especially this early on, Carl.
No, and this is not how they want to be resting their players either.
No, that's right. So, well read by Jenny Hare. Combination of a stick and the glove to get that one away. And it's dumped in, and then we'll get the clearance, and it will just creep over the blue line. So Kingston will have to retreat now, with about 25 seconds of the power play gone. Emerson trying to get the puck settled down for her. Coulshaw now battling with it, comes loose, but Megan Craig, alert as ever, slung the glove out and carries it in. So we'll get a face-off in the Beacon zone. But smart play, and she had her near post covered off nicely, right?
Well, she read that perfectly and did the right thing there. Get as many whistles as you can while you're trying to kill this off.
Yeah, and it allows the line change to be completed as well, of course. That's Danielle Turnbull who takes a draw, and then she just about gets something on there, nets off. And there's some hacking and slashing going on there.
Good man-to-man coverage in front of the net there. I mean, that puck had eyes, so that could have gone in, but I mean, the defense just had the wherewithal then play that man-to-man coverage and keep it out.
Yeah, that's right. And like you say, it found its way on goal, took a couple of deflections on the way through, and just did enough to cover that one up. And we're going to retake again then. Turnbull with a draw. Cleared nicely by Vicky Smith. Over to the other side. Abby McCourt will try to blast it clear. It's kept in on the far side.
She rushed that one a bit. She had a little bit more time to hang on to that and skate it out a bit.
Yeah, Shannon Jones with some good play behind the net. And it's going to be cleared. Whitley will push out. McCourt is the most advanced player there. It's,
good forecheck.
It certainly is. But yeah, she was a miss last week, Abby. She's always bring something to this Beacon side. And, again, vital touch there, just trying to break the play up. And this is a good forecheck actually by the Beacons. They're keeping the puck high up the ice. It's eating into that clock, and there's about less than 40 seconds now for them to kill. Puck in the corner. It's just about coming loose, but Abby McCourt and Steph Towns have done extremely well on this shift. Over into the opposite corner now. It will be gathered, but It was a bit of a lazy pass that, and Steph Towns will pick that one off. 20 seconds left to kill now. Sends it through to the slot, and Kingston will maybe push out for one last attack on this player advantage.
Nice little hands on that Diamonds player, wow.
It certainly was, wasn't it? And that's going to be dumped in, allow the line change to take place. And they'll go again. I was going to say, I think their intention was to try and build the possession high at the ice, but we'll have to check back now. But as you said, good play by Shannon Jones, the number 90 there, good hands. Stockdale will get it to pull short, sends it across. Casey Trail will receive a pass from Ruby Newlands, and then gone on one of them rampaging runs. Casey Trail trying to lead the rush.
Well, better be careful of the too many men again here.
Yeah. Lovely deep by Ruby Newlands, and she'll go back again, but this time it's picked off. But had the right idea. It's Adam Reynolds, who's bench coach this afternoon, knows a couple of these players well, particularly Casey Trail. He coached her during the under-20s, or the under-20s, when Casey was a part of what was a predominantly male team, but played against some good players who are now playing for the Whitley Warriors. And they were very successful, won back-to-back tournaments up in Hull, which is a very prestigious junior tournament to win.
Nice achievement.
It is, yeah. And Adam, former Warriors player as well, so there's a lot of hockey heritage within him. As Abby McCourt cuts in on the left wing. She'll look for a passing option here, gets her own rebound. Maybe look to go again. And she will eventually slip the puck across to Becky Castonwood, who tried to feed Danielle Turnbull. It's broken up by Beth Schoon, who will carry it out and will dump it in. Vicky Smith will chase after it. And she'll get there first, but just puck wouldn't sit through as she tried to get away, and then a very light shot coming in just allowed Megan to poke it clear. But, well, a couple of mistakes by both sides there, but it's still goalless for the time being. And the Painter pinching in, attempted poke check. Kingston will gather nicely. That's centre red, looking to carry it in. Action behind the net now. As the Diamonds will hold on. Making 1 or 2 personnel changes as well. Comes into the slot, but again, just too many bodies in the way. In the end, just crowded away. I think Emma Painter might have just got a piece of it, and that's what diverted it away. And it's tipped back in from the point. Cover in the corner. As the Diamonds are looking to get a shot away here, and they will, but it's a good kick save by Megan. She would have seen it late, but not too much power on the shot. And I think that's probably been the tale of the tape so far, Carl, isn't it? That the Diamonds just not really making the most of their opportunities.
Well, the coverage is good. They're lacking a little bit of control to get those shots off that they want. So Beacons are stemming the tide here. They're working very hard in their own zone.
They are, yeah.
Just got to get possession and get it out. Some tired legs out there right now.
They certainly are, yeah. There's action up along the boards. And shot coming in once more, but turned aside. And then dumped back in. Whitley will chase after it.
They waved the icing off. That's good.
Yeah, I think it must have been considered an attempted pass, but was it Steph Towns who was almost on the end of that pass anyway? So it was, I think, a legitimate attempt.
Oh, great block by Ruby there, keeping it in.
Yeah, Beth Schoon with a big clearance. Oh, and it just hops over top of Trail's stick. And she's in on goal. Shoots wide though, but again, Megan Craig just not flinching, made the shooter make the first move, and forced her to shoot wide. But another good opportunity by Shannon Jones, who's had a bright start in this period.
Ruby looks like she's playing with a mission here today.
Yeah, she does.
Very aggressive.
That's Abby McCourt coming on the puck. The GB Under-18 internationals, and I'm sure she'll be part of the squad which goes out to Istanbul next month. And wish her, and well, we assume Ruby's going as well, Ruby Newlands, so we wish the pair of them all the very best of luck.
She's creating a lot of open ice there for herself. Great hands.
Yeah, as one of the Kingston players takes a tumble, but say Abby doing some good work there. Picked up by Rachel Stockdale. return. Beacons without captain Angela Kay for this one, and as we said before, Kimberly Brengan, so a number of players missing, but Diamonds have a few missing themselves, some pretty high profile ones at that, as leading scorer for them is Kadijevic, Croatian player. She's missing, so that's a massive blow for them. So I mean, really, the Beacons, they've got to take heart in that. If Katie Marsden as well, GB International, another one missing for the Diamonds. So we've got to look at that and think, well, hang on, you know, we've got a chance here. It's just, as we said before, can they solve Sam Bolwell, who's so outstanding between the pipes? It's picked up nicely by Steph Town. She'll carry it into your offensive zone. Winds one up, fired early as well. Tried to catch Sam off guard maybe, but she gathered that one into her body and held on. But it was a good wind-up shot there by Steph Town.
Absolutely. I mean, got to get shots on net. That's the only way you're going to score. Just put it right into Sam's breadbasket there, and got to try and pick these corners.
It'll be Steph Towns who will take the draw. It's won back nicely though by the Diamonds. On the far side, as Ruby Newlands comes racing back to try and help out. Just over 8 minutes gone. It's ticking by nicely this opening period. Still goalless though, and well, there's been opportunities for both sides. Could perhaps say that Megan Craig's been the busier of the two goalies early on.
Yeah, so far for sure. She's got great sight on this puck today so far, so that's a good thing.
She has, and of course, obviously those 2 penalty kills, which I suppose helps with them stats, doesn't it? But you just need to settle a little bit here, I think, as that one comes in. Jenny Hare will gather. Casey Trells there's a passing option, and it'll be Casey who gathers it now. She'll carry it out of her own defensive zone, holds on, and then a nice pass out wide to Danielle Turnbull. Gets a return pass. Thornford just slipping it by, but a big wind-up shot from Casey Trell from distance, having the court, regathers, trying to feed Danielle Turnbull there, but again Kingston picking it off, and then they'll clear. There's just over 7 minutes left in this opening period. Vicky Smith forward to McCourt, who gets a nice touch, but quickly it's recovered by the Kingston D. Shot once again, bouncing puck, and it's crept in and it's gone in! Wow. And well, sometimes you need slices a lot like that to beat a goalie of the calibre of Sam Bolwell, but well, that's exactly what it was. It took a wicked deflection. You couldn't blame Sam for that one. That was trickled over the line, didn't it?
Incredible. Just that whole sequence there, the way that play evolved. I mean, it's Becky jumped in there just kind of on the half boards, kept the puck in the zone, and then a quick little dish off to Abby McCourt, and then players going to the net, and a nice long flutter shot from the point, and it trickled through. I don't know if it was tipped by anybody going in, but
no, I didn't get a good look at it, I must admit. We'll check that one back after the game. Obviously you'll be able to see this game back in its entirety, so please do check that one up. But apologies we didn't get a good look on who got the goal, but as you said, it could have been a deflection. But either way, it's the Beacons who get the early breakthrough, and as far as we're concerned, that's all we care about, as the Diamonds look to get an instant response. That's a good save by Megan. Didn't give up too much of a rebound, just a short one, and it was enough for her D to sweep clear. And lovely take by Abby Coulshaw, who gathers it in from behind her back. Drop pass to feed Steph Towns. Those two linking up brilliantly once again. And Steph with a cheeky shot from an acute angle, but I mean, I tell you what, it's worth having a go, isn't it? Just try and bank one in off Sam's shoulder maybe. And then Towns again, getting one towards goal, but
getting gritty in front of the net, that's what they need.
They are, and that goal just seemed to have lifted the Beacons a little bit. I said before, they just seemed a little bit nervy. Oh, and that's a good shot by Coulshaw, an equally great shot, save even, by Sam Bolwell. But yeah, I said they just need to grow in the game a little bit, but since getting that goal, it's just took a little bit of pressure off. They've relaxed, and any nerves perhaps of such a big game, it seems to have gone, and it is they're starting to grow more into the game now, I think.
They're playing with a little bit more of a sense of urgency here, like, hey, let's go. Chase this puck down, let's get it. We can do it.
Exactly, yeah. Played up the line in front of the Beacons bench. So we've lost sight of the puck for now. Looks like Becky Castle-Wood's digging it out. Indeed she has. She gets it back to Jenny Hare. Couldn't clear the zone though. Big wind-up shot coming in, but I think Casey Trell absorbed most of that one and was enough to direct it away. And once again, a good block shot. Helen Emerson, I think, with the effort, and Casey Trell just gathers that one in once more. And then on the attack, thought about slipping it wide, and yeah, I think she had just crept off there, but I think that's why she was reluctant to release the puck, wasn't she? I think she thought that if I play it, she might be offside, but I think she was anyway.
Well, she was thinking a little bit too much. She had that open pass on the right-hand side, and she delayed it just a little bit too long, and it put this player on the left offside.
Yeah, so comes back out the zone then.
Yeah, it's getting pucks deep as quick as you can, and then just attacking, get that forecheck going.
Gathered in on the far side by the Diamonds. Nice pass, tipped into the zone. Vicky Smith making her legs work to get back there just ahead of her opponent. And at the line, Whitley trying to get it clear. Becky Castonwood again, with her opponents up along the boards doing some hard work here. Got Danielle Turnbull in there helping up. And then we'll get a whistle for a dead puck. But clever play that though by Becky, just clamping down on her opponent, just making sure they weren't going to get set, and really taking that energy out of the offense, really.
Absolutely, it's a smart play, definitely. It can be frustrating when you're that offensive squad trying to have that control. But I mean, hey, it keeps it safe. It's like, if I can't have it, you can't have it.
Yeah. That did the job well. And we get the face-off then with the Diamonds in control, but it's a loose puck, and it's Abby Coulshaw who comes out with it down the left wing. She'll hold on, sends it across to Emma Painter, who gathers at the line to Ruby Newton. She couldn't control, and the Diamonds will look to try and play it back out once more. Abby Coulshaw tussling with her opponent, trying to win it straight back. Now she'll receive the puck. There's a lot of hard work herself, Abby, actually, for such an offensive-minded winger. She will quite happily go back into her own zone and help out, as does Steph Towns, a very hard-working pair.
Well, you have to be defensively responsible that way, and it's good if you can be that kind of two-way player.
Yeah. Gathered by Ruby Newlands, lovely little flick from behind to play in Steph Towns. Ruby Newlands will get it back once again.
She's got the wheels rolling now.
She certainly has. Oh, and she almost just stole it back there. If she'd just got control there, she would have been in on goal, but in the end, the Diamonds did just enough to regain possession. Cornford carrying it out from D. Goes for a shot herself. It comes off a blocker. It's sitting up low in the slot. And again, Megan gets down low to get the block, and just enough to turn it aside. Great, strong performance by Megan Craig early on. And really, she's kept her side in the game, and that platform there for the Beacons to get that goal themselves. So,
full of beacons, that's right.
Ruby Newlands clears it up the line.
Safe play, gets the line change.
Yeah. So the Becky Castonwood line back out onto the ice. And
nice deflection, good stick.
Yeah, it was Becky who got that deflection. Diamond so quick as a flash. She'll have to go it alone here. Up the line, just out of the reach of Danielle Turnbull. She's worked well to win it back. Once again, up the line, she'll gather.
Nice, nice.
Comes through to her, no.
Head up, head up.
Backhand pass, really trying to feed Becky Castlewood, but cleared aside. Beacons working hard here, but once again, it's going to be the Diamonds who are going to push out, but Abby McCourt's first one back.
Good back check.
It really was. She saw that her side had lost possession there, and she was quick as a flash. She was down the other end of the ice to help out. There's Casey Trell dropping the shoulder in on goal. Can she finish? Oh, she did all the hard work and then just lifted it over, but it would have been a beautiful goal if she'd have found the back of the net. It was worth a go, certainly, but just try to lift it over Sam Bolwell. Good covering challenge there by Abby Coulshaw. Again, positioned herself perfectly just to strip the puck off her opponent with just under 2 minutes left in the period. Fan clearance. Ruby Newlands is in on goal. Can she get the puck to settle down? She will. Can she finish? No, straight at Sam Bolwell, but it was a good effort.
Great effort. Great speed again to get that offensive zone.
She worked the opportunity for herself, didn't she, really? Just her speed and tenacity got her in there, and but just couldn't find the finishing touch, as we've seen often from the Beacons in this game so far. But it was, like as you say, she worked the opportunity herself and earned the right to take the shot.
Well, that's it. She's hungry, and I mean, she's looking for those loose pucks, and she's got the speed to pick them up, and that's what this team needs. Yeah, definitely. As Kingston will look to push out once again. Vicky Smith trying to get a piece of it, and then it's a nice little challenge there. Is it going to be called for a penalty, though? I think it might be, is it? Yeah, I think he is pointing. I think there was a little bit of a slash, perhaps, or swipe, but I'm not sure if they are calling it. But either way, it was enough to put the shooter off, so it was job done in that respect. Absolutely. I mean, I'm surprised they're not calling a penalty shot. Well, yeah, because she was in on goal. The way she was interfering, yeah, absolutely. That's right. But if it had been called as a penalty, it would have been a clever one to have been given, wouldn't it? Because it's one of them where you take one for the team. Absolutely. Yeah, you've got to. Just they let her all the way through, and I mean, she had speed. She certainly did, and it was enough to put her off from shooting, so it saved a goal. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. And well, it looks like there isn't going to be a call. We're going to get a face-off at centre ice, which presumably means they got something wrong, the officials. So they've given them the goal. Oh, they have given it? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, there we go. Well, I think I prefer to have given him a penalty shot, to be perfectly honest with you, because absolutely, I agree. I think that should have been the call. Would have. Well, it puts the pressure on the shooter, doesn't it, to then have to convert? Definitely. But okay, so we're tied at 1. Yeah, I'm not happy with that call, I've got to admit. But never mind. Let's go again. That's all right. Still early in the game. Lots of game left. It certainly is. But no complaints about the penalty, though. It was a clear swipe or slash. Swipe, slash, hook, yeah. Interference. All of the above. Casey Trell works it forward to Abby Coulshaw. For boards, forward towards Steph Towns. Tries to take it round her opponent, but good recovering defensive play by the Diamonds. Trail across. Jenny Hare. The back of the stick to Abby Coulshaw at the line. That's going to be dumped back in with 30 seconds remaining in the period. Over on the far side now, Steph Towns gets a piece of it. Will feed Abby McCourt, who it looks is on this top line now. Come on, keep the pressure on, girls. Keep the pressure on. Diamonds looking to carry it out, and it's a nice release pass here. Casey Trell going with her. Forces a shot from out wide. Just did enough to ease her away from goal. But, I think it's Kiana Tate, the number 92, who had the effort. So the period will end with a tied score, I should say, at 1. Well, disappointing that they'd given up that goal so late in the period, having got that lucky bounce early on to get the breakthrough, and really the Beacons had grown into a game from that. But they've done well, I think. Despite giving them that goal, defensively they've been outstanding, the Beacons. Yeah, they're playing like they want it. There's no question about it. I mean, they've got to stay on their toes. They've got to keep their feet moving and keep their wits about them. Anytime they take their foot off the gas pedal here, they're going to get caught. And I mean, to me, that last little play where that goal happened, that's what happened. They too many men down deep. Our defense had fallen down, which left them kind of short on the back end, and that number 90 for the Diamonds is a quick mover, and she got the break. Yeah, Shannon Jones, she has had a very bright period, I thought. Yeah, I think she's the one to watch. It's like, don't leave her any open space, because she'll take it and go. Well, we are going to take a short break, and we'll be back in around about 2 minutes' time.
welcome back to Hillhead Zen after that very short break. And, well, we have a tied game, 1 each, and 2 very different goals, well, in a way, but really not very clear, were we, in terms of the first one sort of took a wicked deflection and trickled over a line, deceiving Sam Bolwell, and then the one scored by Kingston. We've just checked our video replay, and we think it went in, so that's why the goal was given. It had actually gone in. We thought there was a penalty in the build-up to it, which was enough to put the shooter off, but apparently the puck had crept in, so
it's one of those ones where everybody lost sight of it. I mean,
yeah,
we lost sight of it up here, and kind of looking in the wrong directions.
Players look confused as well, of course. So we're back underway then. Jenny Hare will gather for the Beacons. She'll hold on with Shannon Jones closing down. We said before in that first period, she's probably been the brightest spark offensively for this Diamond side. She gets a piece of it there as she was back checking. Abby Coulshaw cutting in off the left wing, but Beth Schoon positioning herself well, did enough to make the challenge. Steph Towns.
I liked how they got that zone entry there. That was fantastic.
It was, yeah. Out to Abby Coulshaw on the left, and she cut in. And it's her who's got it up against the boards now. Hooks it free, trying to get the return pass maybe to Steph, but picked off by Wooding, number 16. As Casey Trail has to retreat with Melissa Veal on the far side, closing her down. Out wide to Ruby Newland's lovely
great give
pass.
and go.
It was. Plays in, Steph Towns shrugs off the challenge, fires, and it hit the goal frame. I thought it was in for a second there. Agonisingly close. She couldn't have put the puck more perfect, really. She went glove side, top corner, above Sam Bowl. It had Sam beat, but just couldn't beat that crossbar.
Goalie's best friend.
Indeed, yeah. I think it was the angle of the goal and the bar, wasn't it? It just hit there, it hung and come back out, but agonisingly close there.
Well, she put that puck there with some conviction. She knew her target.
She did, yeah. As I say, she picked the right spot. Those two know each other well from ball hockey and from GB, of course. As Danielle Turnbull comes in off the right wing, gets a lovely cut back there. Just tried to feed
Becky Kasner-Wood.
Yeah, it just wouldn't settle for her. And Becky gets it back now, sends it around the boards.
It was a great pass, and I mean, Becky was in the right place. Unfortunately, she was tied up by the D, so she couldn't really free her hands.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. She just so agonising, isn't it? Because I'm sure Becky was just wanting to get on the end of that puck, but so a clever play by Daniello to pick her out. As the painter will gather with pressure coming in from Tate, who centres his second line for the Diamonds, or at least does this afternoon. As I say, a number of regulars missing this afternoon. Becky Kasner-Wood with a nice pass out wide to Turnbull, a give and go once more. Takes it out wide and tries to steer it away from her opponent.
Could have been a penalty there, a little bit of a chop down.
Yeah, but surprisingly not given.
That's it. It's all right to get the face off in the offensive zone there.
Yeah, Casey Trell trying to get it clear. Abby McCourt does ever so well to keep that one in. Almost losing her balance in the end. It does creep over. It's tipped back in by Becky Kasner-Wood, but Beacons will retreat and gets it back with Abby McCourt.
Watch the offside.
Yeah, she was just straddling the blue line there, making sure she hadn't crept over, or rather Abby Coulshaw hadn't crept over. As it comes back into the neutral zone. Diamonds trying to get set here. Bumped in by Danny Newlove, as I say, one of the younger players. I think she's only 20, but what represents a bright future for his Diamonds team. As Katie Trell racing at that left wing, as she loves to do, breaks up from the back. As gathered in by Ruby Newlands in the corner, but outnumbered in the end. Sends it across to Towns, who gets it back to Abby Coulshaw. Short, nice little pirouette there to work some space for herself, and a further effort, and again she's upended, no cool low.
She's looking a little like Connor McDavid there with those moves.
Yeah, I know, right? As gathered nicely by Ashton. Tried the attempted wraparound, but it's away, and now Whitley looking to push out with Ruby Newlands.
Comes the Ruby rocket. Oh,
Ruby
nice
rocket,
move.
yeah.
Inside, outside.
Dekes her opponent and tries to get it clear. I think it was Ashton she deked there, but back come the Diamonds then with Cornford up from the back. Trying to play it in, but we'll get a whistle on the play there. It was, well, she had to rush her shot, I think, there. I think she could sense she was going to get closed down, so but it's a smart stop by Megan all the same.
Well, both teams are doing smart things. When they've got possession and they're in the zone, they are finding open players and they're able to get the pass, get the shots, and it's happening both sides.
Yeah. Sent around the boards. It's going to be picked off by Emma Painter. And we'll hold on. She's got time here.
Yeah, she's looking for an opening, looking for a pass.
Yeah.
Being responsible.
Yeah, Diamond's not too interested really in closing the puck handler down, but they're trying to mark off the passing options, and indeed that's forced a turnover. That's probably why Emma was holding on, because there was no obvious pass open to her, was
Well, that's it. The coverage was pretty tight there.
It was collected by Turnbull out wide to Abby McCourt. Turnbull will drop back. Collects, just cushions it back to Emma Painter. Good forecheck though by the Diamonds. Has to be dumped in, and I guess that's going to be an icing call, and indeed it is. So with 5.5 minutes gone.
They kind of put themselves in that position there. The pass that they needed to make, they just couldn't quite see it and get it over. Otherwise, that would have freed everybody up, and it could have been an offensive attack.
Yeah, and we're going to face off then to the left of Megan Craig's goal. Becky Caster-Wood will go in for the Beacons, and she just about wins it, I think. It's tied up under her skates and gets it clear. Collected nicely by Emma Painter. She'll check back once again over to find Abby McCourt as she's closed in by Mullen. She's actually from Nova Scotia, Canada.
Good Lord, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, that's at least what Elite Prospect says, but then I'd also said that Abby McCourt was born in Scotland at the start of the season, which I got spectacularly wrong, so sometimes it's not always accurate. So there's a battle up along the boards with a whistle and a play for a dead puck, and it will, it looks like it's, well, we're going to make a line change. I'll just see if it's going to come out the zone, but of course it won't.
It's nice to see the Beacons defense. They're actually playing some smart hockey there. It was like Emma Painter had the puck behind the net, and she sees traffic on the left side, so she kind of reverses direction and puts it around where there's less traffic, which made it a little easier to get it out of the zone and maintain possession.
That's right, yeah. As Casey Trail will gather, she'll carry it out. That's always when the Beacons are at their best, when they're carrying the puck out rather than looking for the pass. I always find, and lovely pass to Towns, who fires, but once more straight into Sambar breadbasket, and she'll hold on. So we're going to face off to the left of her goal as she looks at it, with just over 6 minutes gone then in this second period. It's still tied, it's still as close as it's been all game.
It's good to get those shots on net whenever you can. If you're going to get zone, you better get a shot on net.
As action goes into the corner, it's going to be gathered by Cornford.
Come on, put this forecheck on. You're letting them come out pretty easy.
Yeah, they are actually.
This is where they need to attack. They need somebody with speed coming in there hard, forcing that play.
Cornford with the stretch pass. It's almost picked off by a combination of Towns and Hare. Over to the far side to Melissa Veal. But Casey Trell, who intercepts the puck. And then across to Hare. Nice pass to Steph Townsend, just behind her in the end. I thought it's just almost going to play her in, but she'll hold on and then releases Abby Coulshaw to the left wing. That was a lovely bit of play as Coulshaw goes one way then the next, in the end outnumbered, and the Diamonds will look to try and break on the far side. Big wind-up shot coming in. It was a great blocker save as well by Megan Craig, and then a follow-up big rebound comes out to Casey Trail. Trail out wide to Newlands, who tried to deke it back in.
That's that danger area, 3 feet inside that blue line. You don't want to be playing with it there.
That's it, yeah. I think, well, that's the confidence of youth, I think. She tried to beat her opponent, but yeah, I think the safer option would have been to maybe carry it out, but I'm sure that will obviously come with experience. But Ruby is only 15, just turned 15. She's a phenomenon, really.
That's where the coach has got a reminder.
Yeah. Beacons looking to try and keep the Diamonds at a distance here, but across, lovely pass, and a bit of a wild effort as it flashed across the face of goal, but Abby Coulshaw can now motor up the left wing.
Probably a good opportunity to get it deep and get the change.
Yeah,
out there for a
beat
while.
an opponent, took the shot, maybe just come off the edge of the blocker there of Sam Bolwell. It was away, but in the end she split the D, and I suppose why not have an effort from there? It was worth a go. Diamonds looking to play it to the back post, and that's a lovely move. It nets off again, but Megan makes a stop. Kingston are complaining that I think it's come off in the middle of a shot coming in, but it was offside, and I think well, Megan made the stop anyway, and I don't think it really would have mattered whether a net was on or off anyway. But
well, I think she's claiming that she kicked it off on purpose, and unfortunately I know these nets in this ice, and I mean they'll just come off the moorings with a simple tap, unfortunately.
Well, we've seen it all season, both with Beacons games and Warriors games, so it's nothing, no funny business going on there whatsoever. And in fact, the playoff weekend down in Leeds 3 weeks ago for the men's Division 1 finals happened pretty much all the time at one end. It was just one particular goal kept coming off, and it happened to both goalies, so you couldn't say it was some trying to like gamesmanship or anything like that.
No, exactly. I mean, that's kind of an old-timer tactic. That's what we do in our old men's training on Sunday nights.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, anyone who's watched Megan Craig this season as well, she's very athletic. The legs do go flying, and she is just a very active goalie. And yes, on occasion she probably will hit the net and it will come off, but it was all in the action of trying to make the stop, to which she did. So
absolutely. Well, she's good at covering all parts of that net, and that's what you need from a goalie.
Exactly. Over on the near side now, and that's a terrible call. I'm sorry, but
yeah, that wasn't intentional. That was just, battle between the two players and running out of ice, and one of them going down.
Yeah, and I don't think Becky barely touched her when the player went down, so.
Not really. I mean, she had, the sticks were tied up. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a harsh call. That's the third one then on the Beacons. Saw some soft calls last weekend actually down at Streatham. Again, Becky got called for one of them, Kimberley for two, and the Storm scored off one of them. But I mean, it was ludicrous because there was one. Oh, hang on, we're going to even it up here. Hook in. So there we go then. So just like that, they've evened things up. But I was about to finish the sentence there. But yeah, there was one challenge where the Streatham player absolutely cleaned out Kimberley Brengan, yet it was Kim that got the penalty, and it was just a bit ludicrous really. But
well, it's funny because I think sometimes the refs see something but they're not quite sure what they're seeing, so they kind of try to go on an instinct.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I mean, I know it's obviously there's no hitting, no contact in the women's game, but I don't think Becky really touched it, to be honest. I think it was a soft call. I didn't get a good look at the hook in one, but again, it didn't look that obvious to me. But well, maybe the referees get a better view than we do. Certainly at close quarters like that.
Sometimes too, as a referee though, you get to know players and you kind of know what their tendencies are. And I mean, it's a player like Becky is not a cheap player by any means.
Not at all, no.
She's aggressive and she plays hard. There's no question about that. And sometimes that's all it takes.
Well, yeah, but like you say, she's anything but a dirty player as that comes through. Oh, it's good clearance by the Diamonds. It is 4-on-4, but the way the Beacons are set up, you would think it was them on the power play, but of course that probably stems from the fact they had to face her in the Diamond zone. There's Cornford Gathers across to Beth Schoon. Well, these two posting a lot of minutes so far in this game. It's a good turnover though by Coulshaw, but
keep that forecheck going, girls. Come on. You've got them hemmed in.
And a bit more space to work with as well, of course, at 4-on-4. There's a nice move once again by Jones. A couple of nice moves. She'll hold on. I think it was
giving her skating room.
She has, and the
Number
shot
90
coming again. Yeah, I think it took a nick off Casey Trail on the way through, and certainly Megan got a piece of it as well. Comes back out. Nice clearance by Steph Towns, picked off by Cornford though. But both Steph and Abby Corshaw pushing out nicely. Cornford again. Nice drop pass out wide to Mullen.
Good block by Steph there to get it out of the zone.
It was, yeah. She's working hard once again. 20 minutes left on Becky's penalty. She's just getting ready to come back onto the ice.
How many minutes?
Seconds even.
She'd be going for tea if she had 20 minutes in there.
Yes, I'm sure. As it's gathered by the Diamonds, they'll build from deep in their own zone. There is only about 6 seconds between the two penalties, so very quickly we will see both sides back to full strength, but a very short power play then for the Beacons, and indeed we are now back to full strength, and that's a lovely stretch pass. Play in Ashton, but Casey Trail with that long reach of her stick did enough to put her off there. It was a good challenge there by Casey Trail. Beth Schoon comes in, just caught Turnbull high up there with an elbow, but purely accidental. And then a lovely shot by Abby McCourt. That was a lovely play there, lovely control and strike, but I thought it might have hit Sam high up there on the helmet, did it?
Yeah, it almost looked like it.
It's no whistle on the play though, which was more of a surprise as Beth Schoon releases and plays in Ashton on the left wing. She'll go rink wide, but it'll be a foot race here. Emma Painter just about gets there first against literally an opposite number.
It's that long
Danny
stick
Newland.
helps her.
It does, yeah. Two number 19s battling there. Nice pass out wide. Abby McCourt will chase. It tipped back in by, I think it's Wooding, who's pinching up from the back. Number 16. And Steph Towns gathers it into the offensive zone. Shielding the puck nicely, needs a passing option, and then some good work there by, I think it was the number 92, Kiana Tate, who just poked it clear.
Could see what Steph was trying to do.
Oh, gave her far too much time on the puck there. And it's Jones then, who we did say before has been the danger player, but they just left her alone, and had all the time in the world to get that puck to settle down for in the slot, and picked a spot and finished with aplomb. And it's the Diamonds who've come from behind now to lead 2-1.
That was a great shot. Absolutely. She saw her target and she put it there.
She certainly did, and well, she certainly deserved a goal from her play this afternoon. But
I like how she chose that wrist shot instead of setting up for the slapper. That gave her all the time.
She's in again here. Can she finish? Or she's looking to set up a teammate here instead. But Steph Towns with the pass. She'll get a clearance with Coleshaw closing in.
Good foot race.
It's picked up by Jones once again.
That's it. Flush her out. Keep on her. Keep on her.
Yeah, she'll be certainly in contention for player of the game, and even at this early stage. Trail out wide. Coolshaw gets in behind her opponent. Becky Castlewood picks it up. Lovely pass back to Coolshaw, who turns and fires, but blocked by Cornford. Again, puck just getting tied up. Coolshaw though getting in behind Cornford. Becky Castlewood. Oh, it's just flashed wide again with Ruby Newlands waiting at the back post.
Here we go. High stick.
Yeah, penalty on Diamonds end, so it's going to be the first power play opportunity for the Beacons. Jenny Hare couldn't get it clear. I think in the end we'll get a whistle on the play, and the penalty will be called, as you say, Carl, for high sticks. So a first power play opportunity.
It's a break for the Beacons now. Put their power play line out there.
Yeah, and we will get the face-off. Looks like it's going to be to the right of Sam Bolwell. She was expecting it to be the left, but the officials were intent on having it on the other side. It's going to be Becky Castlewood with the draw then for the Beacons. Kingston come out with it though. Beth Schoon with the attempted clearance. Turnbull on the right wing. Back to Steph Towns. Casey Trail and Abby Coolshaw's out there, so it's kind of the line or the unit you'd expect. Big wind-up shot comes in. That's charged down though. As Casey will get another go at it. Tried to be stabbed home there by Becky Castlewood. had the right idea, working well in and around the crease.
Oh, great work, great work.
And then Casey Trowell with some lovely stick work again. It will pick out Turnbull back to Coulshaw. Steph Towns just avoiding it as Coulshaw fires from the high slot. Rebound, Turnbull right on the doorstep, trying to really crash the net there. Once again, out wide to Trail. Tried to squeeze it in on the near post. It's come loose. No goal. Coulshaw just flashes wide. Becky Castlewood trying to get it in on goal once more, but Diamonds will clear. But that was a good passage of play out by the Beacons.
That was a great shot by Trail. Almost found that open side on the short side.
Yeah, you could see that's what they were trying to work, wasn't it? Trying to, if you fire one-on-ones with Sam Bolwell, she's going to stop them. You've got to work her across that line, and that's exactly what they tried to do. So Abby McCourt, so the second unit out there now. Rachel Stockdale. Ruby Newland's almost got a flick on there, but gets cleared. Emma Painter is out on the ice as well. And then Steph Town stayed out. Becky Castlewood, very short rest before she's back out there. She was only off the ice for about 25 seconds or so. And she's back out there trying to close down Jones, the goal scorer for the Diamonds.
Well, she's nifty, this player.
It certainly is. It's a lovely little move as well as it trickles all the way down. So Megan Craig will have to hold on, and it is only a few seconds on. But that first minute on the power play was couldn't have gone much better other than finding the net for the Beacons. But this second minute, I think the Diamonds have done well and killed it well.
Well, that's the thing. It's Beacons kind of lost the composure after, concentration. I mean, that they were very patient. They were very, smart at first, but it's like you're working so hard and it's not going your way, and you can lose concentration. Yeah,
so Abby McCourt trying to feed Ruby Newlands, the two youngest players on the team, linking up very well there, in fact. They don't usually play on the same line on the elite team or for the GB under 18s, but combining well on this second power play unit, there's no doubt about that. And obviously with the experience of Becky Castlewood leading them, that could be quite a potent line if that was put together more often.
Well, I think you got to try the different combinations, get some chemistry, see what you come up with.
You certainly have. And both have played on Becky's line this season, usually alongside Danielle Turnbull, and they have worked well. As Beth Schoon will release from the neutral zone. She'll get it back though. And Ruby Newlands collects.
It's a good steal.
Yeah, looking to carry it once more. Comes loose in the slot, but wouldn't fall for Steph Towns. Abby Coulshaw will gather from the left wing. Wooding couldn't clear. She'll track back though and get it back. Sends it across to Beth Schoon. Scottish-born player.
Get some smart D on the Diamond side there. They didn't force it up through the traffic area. They put it back behind the net and brought it around the weaker side.
Yeah. Yeah, they've absorbed a lot of pressure from Whitley in this game, and they've answered it well, most of it. Obviously, a bit of a funny bounce was what gave us a breakthrough early on, but a combination of a strong D and an outstanding goalie has limited it to just the one goal.
And doing all the little things right.
Well, that's it, yeah. And Beth Schoon's posted a lot of minutes. He's hardly been off the ice on the blue line. Charged down by Towns as the Diamonds looking to break out here, but Megan Craig watching it all the way through, controls and lays it off to Jenny Hare, then to Ruby Newlands. Tipped back in. It will be Casey Trail who will gather. Just over 3 minutes left in the period. Still a one-goal game. Trail with the pass, but just to be picked off by the Diamonds, tipped back in. With Jenny Hare controlling and clearing up by the Zamboni entrance. And then dumped back in once more, and Casey Trail will send it across to Jenny Hare.
Bad giveaway.
Yeah, it's bad giveaway in the slot, but a good save and a big rebound. Comes away though. Cornford slipping it out wide to Tate. And then Turnbull once more. We'll look to carry it out this time, but crowded out on the far side. Knock, I think it was, in number 15, who did well. shot comes in, and that's going to be held on to strongly by Megan Craig. It was a good, fiercely driven shot, that. So I think Megan did exceptionally well.
There's lots of open space around those edges of that net. So, I mean, I think Beacons are lucky that she put that one straight on.
Straight at her, yeah, we'll take that one. There's no doubt about that. But, Casey Trail will gather then straight from the face-off. And she'll wait until the Diamonds commit, and then she'll look to break out. And she carries it forward. She's got Becky Castlewood up with her. Goes wide, tries to go from a tight angle, but Sam Bowl will have that well covered, and I think it's caught up in the snow at the foot of the goal frame. So we're going to face off in the zone with 2:01 remaining now in the period.
Well, face off in the offensive zone. If they get control and get a quick shot off here, that could help.
Yeah, it's kind of what they have to do, isn't it? Really, just try and catch Sam cold if they can. But it's going to be Jones who pushes out once again. Such a quick player, lovely pass in. Is great save there by Megan Craig.
Great toe save.
It was, and then she held on. No goal, they're saying. I think it might have come loose, but the whistle had already gone. Officials were very quick to say no. But a fraction of a second later with that call, it might have been a different story. But
absolutely.
But yeah, we've seen both goalies then with funny bounces like that, and maybe a bit too much power, a bit too much muscle on that shot to hold on there. But it was an outstanding save in the build-up to it, though.
Exactly. I mean, that's a play that could have gone either way. If the defense were able to have kept that one in the offensive zone, they wouldn't be down here right now. But I mean, good recovery.
Ashton was closing in on goal, but a vital touch by Abby Coulshaw just steered it away. And then Jones once again, strong glove though by Megan. She'll hold on. We're going to face off again with 93 seconds left in the period.
Beacon's got to shut down these shooters. They're letting too many shots go at this point.
They are, yeah. And that was part of the problem, which was when Jones scored to give the Diamonds a lead. She just had far too much time to settle in the slot and control the puck before releasing it.
Absolutely.
Sends it across. Bethscoon gathers, fires.
Ooh, good block.
Good, yeah, very good block by Casey Trail, who I think will be feeling that one a little bit, but she's, for the time being, she's just focused on getting forward. Rampaging run, she's been brought down, and
calling that a trip, I think.
They are calling it a trip, and it's Jones who's been called. She's quick to go over to apologise to Casey, and well, she took her punishment well, I think, there.
Beacons are kind of getting out of their passing game here, right? They're trying to rush it from the back end here and carry it all the way through this neutral zone, and some of these little dipsy doodles aren't quite working for them. Mm-hmm. That's where they need to make the pass, get it in the zone quick, and then set up with numbers.
Yeah, I'd agree, actually. I think certainly they've handled Ruby well when she's tried that. And again, Casey, I mean, she's drawn the penalty, though. That's a good thing. That shot comes through. Comes back out from behind the back of the net.
This is where they need to be on the puck carrier with numbers. They've got the extra body.
Yeah, Cornford slips it across. It's going to be gathered nicely, though, by Mullen. Sends it up towards Ashton. Ashton trying to get set, fires, be held onto though by Megan Craig, and is well, that's the first 25 seconds or so killed off the penalty. So they're going to face off in the Beacon zone. That's a favourable position for them right now. And it looks like it's going to be Ashton to take the draw. She's got Mullen on her left wing. Bethscoon just behind her.
Great face off there by Becky.
It was indeed, yeah. Wins possession back for her team. Collected by Cornford, but good hustle there.
Oh, there's another knee on knee.
By Turnbull, yeah. Abby Coulshaw cleaned out there. Turnbull sends it across. Becky Castlewood will gather. But yeah, arguably could have been called for another penalty there. Becky Castlewood battling through the low slot, trying to get the puck on goal. And Steph Towns once again coming down that right wing. Then finds Abby Coulshaw. She'll get the return pass. Steph looking for a passing option, goes towards goal, straight into Danielle Turnbull, though. She's tied up by Cornford.
She's just trying to free those sticks.
It is, yeah, a lot of hacking and slashing in around the crease, but that will do it then for the period. with just under 50 seconds left to work with at the start of the third and final period. But one, Carl, that, well, disappointingly for the Beacons' point of view, they found themselves a goal down. But aside from that, there's really nothing between the two sides, is there?
Well, I mean, you look at the score line, it's only 2-1, and I mean, it's still another period to play, and I mean, this is where it comes down to character. What have the Beacons got within them to, you know, carry on and tie this game up again? They can do it.
They certainly can. We're going to take a short break. We will be back in around about 2.5 minutes' time. Thank you. Welcome back then to Hillheads as we're getting ready for the third and final period, and it's one where the Beacons will start with a player advantage then of, well, I think it's 49 seconds as the light bulbs on the scoreboard are just about giving up, but it's something a little under 50 seconds remaining. So, well, we'll have to go again. Have to be quick though off the draw because they were in a good position before in the offensive zone.
Absolutely. I mean, they had control. They good position. It's just that control of that puck. I mean, there's some of them. The sticks were tied up in front. It's just releasing themselves and getting control again.
It is indeed, yeah. As it's dumped in, Steph Towns will gather across to Casey Trell. I'm going to have to be quick to carry this one out with just under 40 seconds left to work with now. Back to Becky Casterwood, whose shot's blocked, but it finds its way to Danielle Turnbull. Just slipped under Casey Trell's stick, but Becky Casterwood doing well to keep it back in there.
Still in.
Just by the tightest of margins was kept in. But Ashton unfortunately cleared it for a second there. Paul Shaw across, that's picked off and dumped in with 11 seconds left now, and time ticking on, so doesn't look like I'll get it done on this power play. As Beacons looking to get set, but if they can get themselves in a good position as the Diamonds back to full strength, floated in by Casey Trell. She'll go for the line change now, as the Diamonds will build from deep in their own zone. It's played up nicely towards Jones, but picked off by Steph Towns. Goes into the offensive zone now, but good defensive play by Wooding. Very good play, actually, as that comes back to Mitchell Stockdale now. Up the line to Coolshort. She'll leave it and go for the line change herself. As Becky Castlewood's line is back out there. Very short shifts here.
High stick.
Yeah, it was.
Waved off now.
Very short shifts when you only got a two-line system. Diamonds do have a third forward line, but wasn't iced a great deal. As that one's carried in by Ruby Newlands. And it is very much that Ruby and Abby McCourt is now on Becky's line. So Danielle Turnbull promoted to a top line. So we are trying to mix and match these line combinations.
Not quite. Trying to give and go again.
Yeah, and another good kick save really by Megan Craig. Just threw her foot at it, did enough to get it away.
Gotta come out, girls. That's it. Come on, Ruby.
Yeah, Ruby almost away there, but again, Cornford quick to reach. She's had a very strong game at the back as well, actually. It's been outstanding for the Diamonds. As Beth Schoon carries it in and drops it deep behind the net. Vicky Smith will gather. This goes past Abby McCourt. She's looking to come back across to the bench. Danielle Turnbull on the forecheck, but almost a stray pass there by Newlove, but she gathered it back in herself and almost played it in. Coolshort couldn't quite control. Good pressure coming in from the D, and then a shot from distance off Steph Downs, and Sam Ball will turn to the side. Trail will float one in, but you just have to be careful there, not creep offside.
Let's get this attack going. Come on, girls. Pressure.
3 minutes gone then, early in the third period. Tracy Trell again just keeping the pressure on, and Abby Coolshaw, but Diamonds will now look to break out. And again, a combination of Steph Towns and Abby Coolshaw getting the job done there, just breaking the play up. Back across to Cornford, who sidesteps, carries it further forward, still holds on, in fact, looking for a passing option, finds Ashton. Ashton slips it back towards goal, and then the shot almost coming in there. It's caught up under the skates, but then just steered aside. It was Keller, I think, the number 51, who was trying to get it under control. Ashton tried to find Jones, but cleared out nicely by Turnbull. It was all about just clearing the zone, wasn't it? Just get it clear, ask questions later.
Well, that's it, exactly. Make the safe play at that point. They're a little bit scrambly and needed to kind of, get some structure again.
Yeah, and it's forced the Diamonds into an ice single. So all come about ready from Danielle Turnbull's clearance, clever play, and now we get the face-off in the Diamond zone. It's going to be Becky Castlewood's line out there to take it.
That's it. Fresh legs now. Regroup, settle down, and get control.
And it's going to be to the right of Sam Bolwell's goal as she looks at it. A little over 4 minutes gone in this third and final period. It's still only a one-goal game, so Beacon's still very much in it. Newlands sends it across. It was almost picked off there, but it has cleared the zone. Emma Painter fires it back in. Abby McCourt has to check back onside before going back into the zone.
Forechecking. Look at this.
Yeah, great by Becky Castlewood and Abby McCourt as well. And that's clear just underneath Ruby's stick. Emma Painter will gather with pressure coming in from Ashton, who goes into the boards. I'm going to get a whistle on the play.
Hand pass.
Hand pass, yeah.
It's funny because it was a great play by Emma. I think she felt guilty because she thought maybe she put the body in there a little too much.
Yeah, that was my first thought, but I didn't want to say it, but yes, I think you called it spot on there. She did. I think she did feel a little bit bad. It was obviously purely accidental, but still, you're going to feel bad, aren't you, if it's not intended?
No, exactly.
It did look like Ashton did go head first into the boards, which is always a bit of a concern, but she didn't seem to be bothered by it too much. She was quick back up on her feet. As Jones has control once again.
It was a great save by Megan there.
It certainly was. She saved it, dropped it for a second, but was quick to cover up. Lightning quick reactions there by Megan Craig.
Yeah, she's sharp today.
She certainly is, yeah. I mean, she's always looked strong for us, but like you say, I think this has been one of her strongest games, no doubt about that, even by her high standards.
Becky's questioning the ref about something. I think she saw something behind the play there. Asking for clarification.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible how hockey players' minds work, isn't it? Even in the heat of battle, they'll spot something that even me and you are missing. Well, you play hockey, so that's maybe different, but anyway, Coolshaw trying to get round Beth Schoon. She was hacking away trying to get the puck, but it wouldn't come loose. Casey Trell will pick out Ruby Newlands. Jenny Hare's open in the high slot, and then the shot coming in, kick save. A smart shot, but an equally smart save. Once again, Sam kicking it clear. Casey Trell as well. She'll drop back. Sam Ball was such a nice person off the ice as well. Really good to talk to. As I say, she's good friends with a lot of the Beacons players. I know each other well from ball hockey.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, in this hockey world, everybody knows each other.
That's true, yeah. It is, it gets called a family at times. You can understand why, because it is a very, very small world.
Definitely.
Particularly in this country.
Well, even abroad, I mean, these players all know different players in different countries as well.
Yeah, that's it. Was it your degrees of separation? It becomes a lot shorter, doesn't it?
Exactly.
There's Emma Painter around the boards. I mean, technically, I'm only 2 circles of separation away from Mike Babcock, so that's a pretty good one to throw out there, isn't it?
Exactly. It's a good person to know.
He certainly is. Emma Painter out wide to Ruby Newlands. It will come out the zone, but pinched in by Jess Wooden. It will come back out once more. Tied up along the boards. But then across to Cornford, who winds one up, takes a nick off Vicky Smith into a corner. She'll get there just ahead of Melissa Veal. Ashton closing down. Veal will flick it. Had the right idea to try to flick it into that top shelf, but it's such a tight angle that it was asking a lot of her to do. There's a nice bit of juggling act there from Jones.
Beacons were struggling with a little bit of communication inside the defensive zone there.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe that's a little bit where we're missing Angela Kay, because as captain she is an excellent communicator back there. And I mean, I called the game against Streatham on the bench, and I witnessed that firsthand just how good she is, in fact. So that comes in, shot from Jess Wooden. Just didn't get enough mustard on the shot, but a smart stop by Megan Craig all the same, with almost 7 minutes gone now in this third period.
Yeah, again, it was a timely save there. So again, scrambly and just kind of not able to get sticks on that puck.
Yeah.
The bounce is not quite going the Beacons' way.
They're really not, no. I mean, it's kind of ironic having got that goal through a massively lucky bounce, but then, as you say, nothing much has gone their way since, as Casey Trell motors up the right wing, fires, big rebound, but D were quick to sweep up and help out Sam. Becky Castlewood onto that one in a flash. Lovely pass as she strokes that out wide to Turnbull.
Just where she needed to just chip that in the zone.
Yeah.
There's nobody really for her to pass to, but if she chipped it in, then it would have helped players get in the zone. Becky
Castlewood plays into space for Abby McCourt, but in the end, the recovery indeed did just enough to put her off. And once again, another good challenge coming in. I think it's Helen Emerson, the number 28, who is another one who's looked strong this afternoon, I should say. As Jones playing very deep now in the defensive zone, helping out her team. She's been their brightest spark offensively, but
urgency level again. Beacons are standing still a bit.
And with under 12 minutes to go now, time is ticking on for them. It's a must-win game, really, or maybe at the very least get a draw and then hope to get a win down at Guildford. But certainly the easier option would be to win today and then try and nick a point on the road. It's obviously Guildford are a very strong side, third in the table, and for good reason. But See, when you've got such a good goalie in Sam Bolwell, it makes that job even harder. And carried out nicely though by Abby McCourt. Puck almost just sticking on her there as the ice degrades late in the game with no ice cut. Abby gets it back.
Nice little cut.
It was, yeah, just trying to creep in on that near post. This Casey Trail will gather. Oh,
Giveaway.
Melissa Veal steals it back. All tried to feed Ashton, but fans on it with a good recovering challenge by Casey Trail, and then Abby Coulshaw, I think, was in there as well. Or was it? No, it was Jenny Hare, in fact, who was back there. Comes through, Coulshaw works it clear. Oh, perhaps it was Abby then who got the block. It was either Abby or Jenny who got the shot, but got the block. But either way, got the job done. Newlands gets it free, but again, Diamonds on the far side. Persistence almost paying off. Casey Trail now looking to carry it out wide. Plays in Danielle Turnbull, drop pass to Steph Towns, but a poke check from Wooding, I think it was. Newlands, who's just going to drop back, work some space for herself, finds Emma Painter, who has to reposition her feet just to gather out one in. Cornford carrying it forward. Ruby Newlands shrugging off that challenge and wins it back and does ever so well and feeds Danielle Turnbull. It was for a second, it was 1-on-1. Diamonds have got players back. Danielle goes it alone, gets one in on goal though, and forces a cover up, so she's won her team a face-off once again. And well, I mean, with four, in fact, I think all five Kingston players were back in the zone at that point, so she did really well to get a face-off out of that.
Yeah, smart play, absolutely. Get the shot on net. It was 1-on-4. Rest of the line was changing and forced the whistle, so got the offensive zone.
Yeah. Won by Becky Kastner-Wood. Comes back through. Shot from the point. I think it was Rachel Stockdale with the effort. Goes through the crease and into the corner. Danielle Turnbull's got it tied up with Helen Emerson, I think. We'll get a face-off then for a dead puck with 9:32 remaining in the game. Beacons really need to start committing more players forward, I think.
Absolutely. I mean, that last play was good. A good face-off win to the point, shot, tip in front, and almost.
Abby McCourt with the effort. I think it came off the back of her stick, but smart stop again by Sam Bolwell, who just has that strong glove.
She's got a quick glove hand, that's for sure.
She has.
She's got good sight on that puck too when they're in close.
Well, that's it. Yeah, it was as you say, reactions to her saves are phenomenal. It was a good effort by Abby McCourt with the back of the stick. Becky Kastner-Wood with the draw. Tangles up her opponent, comes loose for Stockdale, but going to creep over the zone. Abby McCourt will cushion it back to Emma Painter. Whitley just trying to hang on here. Kingston will push out. Danny Newlove doing well there, but couldn't capitalise on the effort, but she had the right idea in terms of putting Emma Painter under pressure. Tied up in the corner now. It's the Diamonds who come out with it. Comes back through, and a great save again by Megan Craig. Just stretched that left leg of hers, and it was just enough to steer the puck away. Action in the corner, 2 against 1 here. Kingston player's gone down, and holding her head, I think.
Well, they were making sure she wasn't coming out of the corner with the puck.
Well, that's right, yeah, it's a combination of, I think, Becky Kastner-Wood and I think Rachel Stockdale had gone in there as well. But as you say, yeah, there's no way she was going to come back out of there.
Well, the coach will say in the defensive zone, make sure you own those corners.
Yeah.
And they definitely did that.
They certainly did, yeah. We're gonna face off then to the right of Megan Craig's goal as she looks at it. Ashton to take the draw up against Steph Towns.
They did well not to get a penalty there.
They did. It was a very acrobatic tumble there by one of the Kingston players, and I think we're going to get a penalty on the Beacons. It's going to be on Jenny Hare, but yes, yeah, I thought we were at the circus show there. The way she very elegantly even done as she took a tumble.
I spoke too soon.
You did, yeah.
That was probably the make-up call for not calling a penalty in the corner.
Yeah, quite possibly. Again, I didn't get a good look at it. I just saw the aftermath of it as it happened so quick after the face-off draw. But the Diamonds then with another power play opportunity. Good clearance there by the Beacons. It will come all the way down for Sam Barwell to control. 10 seconds burnt off the penalty straight away as the Diamonds looking to get set. It's going to eat into the remaining time, of course. Only be about 6 minutes left even for the Beacons to work with if they are able to kill this one off. It's not allowing them a great deal of time to find that equaliser. At the very least, they do need to get a point out of this one.
There's a bit of a lucky bounce there for the Beacons.
It was, yeah. Just got it clear in the end as Jones holds on. A shirt sort of riding up a little bit over a body armour, a little bit like how Wayne Gretzky used to have it. A bit difficult to read the numbers now. As well, they're saying it had come out the zone. I'm not so sure it was actually. I was marginal, but if it has, that's a little bit of a break then for the Beacons with just over a minute left to kill.
Yeah, I thought it came out. I mean, initially it was a great little foot race there between number 90 and Ruby.
Yeah.
Ruby with the back check there, skating toe-to-toe with her. It was a nice little race.
Yeah, Shannon Jones, number 90, who's, as I say, those two of the quickest players on the ice, so it's always going to be an interesting battle between them. There's Beth Schoon, nice pass forward to Ashton, but crowded out in the end between Becky Castner-Ward and Abby McCourt, and it's Abby now who flicks it clear and will clear the zone. Good strong hand there as she gets it away. Schoon will gather, just over 7 minutes left in the game. Abby McCourt gathers from the slot and again clears it well. Gets the job done with 30 seconds on the penalty left to kill. Becky Castner-Ward,
yeah, what she wants to do.
Yeah. Closing in on her opponent, almost like a shark with targeting on its prey as she...
Woo, forcing the offside. Look at that.
Yeah, nice. Again, using her head there, just trying any trick in the book, which will give her team an advantage there. Smart play, but almost come off as Abby McCourt will blast it down one last time. That will do it then for the penalty kill. Beacons back to full strength, and we have 6:34 left to play with here as they look to get this equalising goal. Diamonds looking to get set. Just tipped forward though by Mullen. And then Cornford works some space for herself, shoots, but held on well by Megan Craig, who once again is strong between the pipes. She'll just gather that one into her chest and hold on. We'll get a face-off to the right of her goal.
It's a clever play by that attacker as she kind of changed direction and forced that D to kind of misstep and go the wrong way.
I think it was Robin Mullen, the number 91, who's the Nova Scotian-born player.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it was a very clever play by her.
Just simple, but it works.
Yeah, cool short. Nice play out wide to Ruby Newlands. Back to Steph Towns. But just seemed to get all their players in that slot area. So it crowded Steph Towns out there as they go once again. Ellen Emerson chasing that one down. Megan Craig gets sprayed as she makes a save. But Abby Coulter as well, working hard. Back checking there, trying to put her opponent under pressure.
Well, they needed that because it looked like everybody else was coasting back into the zone, and right now they can't afford to do that. They've got to keep those legs moving.
They really have, yeah.
They've got to be the fastest they can be.
Into the corner, Casey Trail will gather. Melissa Veal putting her under pressure. Bit of a mismatch size-wise though, as Casey's got some considerable height advantage. Out wide to Abby Coulshaw. Got
zone, that's good.
Yeah, Steph Towns as well.
Control.
Kicked in by Trail, who keeps it in, fires.
Wide.
That was good link up by the 3 GB girls there. And then Coulshaw with a snapshot, almost steered it into that far corner. That was a good opportunity, that. And, well, you're sensing that the Beacons are starting to turn the screw a little bit here, just up in the pressure, which is exactly what we need to do with 5:01 remaining. Or 5:07, sorry. It's the Bulbs again catching me out. It's never happened under John Taylor's watch when he was here in rink maintenance. As it almost comes loose for Steph Towns. Shannon Jones regathering, brings it around the boards to Beth Schoon, who helps it along its way. clears the zone, picked off by Jenny Hare, who sends it into space for Casey Trail. Dumps it in, and it will be Danielle Turnbull to try and close down Cornford here, and she does put her under pressure, but not enough to stop the pass from coming out the zone. Stockdale will gather, tries to squeeze it past Muddon on the far side. Becky Castor-Wood thought about the play, but then Ashton just dekes it away, drops back and controls. Shot coming in with a little over 4 minutes remaining now. Time perhaps running out. Stockdale will gather. Played forward. And tips back in by Cornford. Gathered by Emma Painter. Again, they've just seemed to be lost that urgency a bit here as a shot comes in, flashes wide. Kingston camped in the Beacon zone well here. Becky Castor-Wood gathers. Will carry it out. Nice pass into space, but looked like Abby McCourt got tangled up a little bit there with Helen Emerson.
Could have been interference.
Could have been. Well, yeah, it was certainly off the puck, so yeah, could well have been. And then the shot coming in off Mullins deflected up off her Beacon stick. Emma Painter will regather, sends it across to Abby McCourt. Nice deke. Oh, and again, controls it well. Nice pass out wide to Becky Castor-Wood, but the bounce off her board's just wrong foot in it. Oh, it's on the near side in front of the Kingston bench, but we'll get a whistle on the play, as I think
Will that be inside the zone?
I think it will, yeah. And they're calling a timeout here. So Adam Reynolds calling Megan Craig over. In fact, yeah, they're going to pull her here for the extra attacker. So and they're well, I'm assuming so because she's gone onto the bench and sat down. So one would assume it is that they'll do that. And as you say, if it's at the other end of the ice, that's probably the time to do it. It's early in the game, isn't it? But I suppose you've got to try something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still a bit earlier than you would perhaps have thought, but I know the Warriors do tend to leave it either too late, or if they do, it's rushed and then they'll give up an early goal, in which case it sort of doesn't work. But with exactly 3 minutes left on the clock, then Beacons are they going to be brave and go for the extra attacker?
Well, if they can play it like they played it with their first power play, they were very patient. They had good control of that. They passed it around well. If they can do that, then they've got a chance.
Yeah, and it does look like they are going with 6 skaters here. Abby Corshaw, Steph Towns, Abby McCaw, Ruby Newlands, Jenny Hare and Casey Trail. So, well, let's see what comes of this. It's going to be just outside the Diamonds blue line. Right in front of the Diamonds bench, in fact. Steph Towns to take the draw. Up against, I think it's Ashton. It's worked clear by Melissa Veal, but Casey Trail had to work hard just not to get caught in possession there. Coolshaw battling along the boards. Veal's got it clear. She can only play it into a corner, though. Jenny Hare will gather. Must be careful here not to cough it up. 2:40 remaining. Steph Towns in control.
Got to be careful of the stretch pass.
Yeah, picked up by Melissa Veal, but Casey Trail regathers following Abby Coolshaw's win. Trail with some space, fires. That's going to be held on to, though, by Sam with 2:25 remaining.
That's all right. Now they've got the face-off inside the zone.
Exactly where they need it. And looks like that same 6-player unit's going to stay out there. It's going to be switched to the other side, though. It's going to be to the left of Sam Bolwell's goal. Ruby Newlands is a free player, if you like, who's just dropped away from the line of scrimmage at the face-off. She went towards net initially. Now she'll try and gather into a corner, but Diamonds are so quick to cover the ice. We've got 3 Beacons players in there, 2 Diamonds, and we'll get a face-off for a dead puck with 2:14 remaining. But time running out, perhaps, but we've got the face-off in the offensive zone, so where they would want it.
Exactly. They just need to outnumber the players wherever that puck lands.
Yeah.
If there's 2, get 3.
Which is kind of what they did there, and it got them another face-off. There's Trail out wide to Coolshaw. I think Beth Schoon just got something on that to take some of the sting out of the shot. Into the corner, Abby Coolshaw will get there again, 2:02 remaining. towards goal. A lovely flick by Abby McCourt, but I think she was half sort of tied up with Jess Wood in there. Now she's got Beth Schoon covering her, but she's not afraid to put herself in and around the crease. Steph Towns behind the net to Abby Coulshort. Casey Trell's open. Are we going to switch the play? No, it's still with Abby Coulshort. Sends one in, rebound, it loops up on it, just a deflection wide.
So
then
close.
agonisingly just shot wide as well. But again, I think Steph Towns is almost going to fire that one home. Attempted shot on the near side. That's charged down though by, I think it's Wooding.
Get numbers on her. Get numbers on her. She's going to shoot.
She is. She's going to try and clear the zone, isn't she? Off the boards, over to the other side. Took a funny bounce, but then it does come out. But Beacons will regather on the central red line with 1:12 to go. But that big rebound come out to Steph Towns, but she was just tied up and couldn't get a stick on it. Agonisingly then, the follow-up shot just flashes wide. But big moment that could have gone in. Casey Trail winds one up. That's going to be well held onto, though, by Sam Bolwell. I think in the end she trapped it between the pads. I thought she had it in the glove, but she held on well. Wasn't going to give up a 5-hole.
It was a nice shot. I mean, it looked like she was going short side on that one. Definitely some room.
It was, yeah. One back by Steph Towns to Trail, who fires, and again it just floats in. Oh, and it looked a routine save because it looked like it was just going to loop into the glove, but then maybe just deceived Sam a little bit there, and but she dropped well and covered it up. But maybe a change of direction right at the last minute, a bit of swerve on that puck. As Melissa Veal goes back to the bench for the Diamonds, but she'd looked impressive actually early on. It looked like she might steal a puck back for her team.
It was a good win by Becky.
It was, yeah. As Abby McCourt gathers behind the net. Needs a bit of support here. Steph Towns now giving her it. Back to Coulshort, back to McCourt, who I thought she was going to try and squeeze one in at the near post, but Sam Bolwell's got that one well covered off. 25 seconds to go now. Coulshort back to Becky Casterwood. Big wind-up shot, rebound and hacking away, but no, there's pushing and shoving going in. Well,
It's getting feisty in front of the net.
yeah, the circus has come to town there with pushing and shoving, but yeah, well, there's a lot on the line, isn't there? So good to see Sam Barwell's okay, though. She was lying on the deck, of course, as she made the stop, but that's what it means. You've got two teams committed for this win and trying to avoid relegation. And temper's just boiling over for a second there, but thankfully doesn't look like any calls are going to be made.
Well, two passionate teams here,
Yeah.
you know, going to battle, and I mean, it's like playoff hockey for sure.
It certainly is, yeah. Well, talking of playoff hockey, both these sides can't qualify for the finals in Widnes, but a lot on the line in terms of survival, and that's really where their minds have been focused on for the last couple of weeks. And well, 15 seconds and some change is what separates the Diamonds from a crucial win here. It's not mathematically certain that they've avoided a drop off this win, but of course it gives them the head-to-head advantage between the two sides and a 4-point lead going into the last weekend. The Beacons do have a game in hand, so it's not inconceivable that they could win both games and finish level on points with the Diamonds, but it would be asking a lot in terms of a turnaround. So it's a huge few seconds. That could have been the play which could have tied this one up.
Yeah, I mean, they knew what they wanted to do, and they kept control in the zone. I mean, a bit scrambly, but I mean, the puck was theirs. And I mean, with all of this, at the end of the day, this is how great rivalries are born.
Certainly are, yeah. I mean, these are the two northern teams, really. The rest are either, well, 3 of them are in the London area, southeast area. Obviously one in Solihull, Birmingham. So the two northern teams, and it really needs to have that for an elite league, a national league, to have teams up in the north as well. As Trail goes towards goal, it's going to be blocked, it's cleared with 8 seconds to go, and the Diamonds have just about seen this one off. Foot race, which Abby McCourt wins, but with 2 seconds to go, it's all over, and the Diamonds have come away with the win. But well, I thought they'd be a little bit more ecstatic with that than they are. They've quite subdued reaction, really. So, but
I think they're tired.
Well, possibly,
that was a hard-fought game for sure.
But an important win and an important 2 points then for the Diamonds. But for the Beacons, well, they'll regroup, and we've got a double header next weekend, which there won't be a live stream, but we will be hoping to bring you live radio coverage of that one. So please do check out updates on the Beacons page and for Bay Hockey Radio. So I shall be hoping to bring you live radio coverage of those 2 games on the road next weekend. But yeah, nothing much separating the 2 sides, and in the end it was just that Shannon Jones goal which proved to be the winner.
Absolutely. I mean, the Beacons can be proud of themselves. They played a terrific game, honestly. It was a good team game.
It really was, yeah. Probably difficult to single out one person for a Player of the Game award then.
Well, I think for the Diamonds, I'd go with number 90. She was
Shannon
my favorite.
Jones,
Absolutely.
Yeah, she did. Offensively, she did everything. What was at the heart of everything that the Diamonds did well. So she would certainly be in consideration, and certainly Sam Bolwell as well. And I actually thought their D played particularly strong as well. I think Holly Cornford, you've got to give her credit as well. I thought she looked very strong at the back.
Yeah, she made it hard for all the Beacons.
She did. And also got forward at times as well to help her team. For the Beacons, though, a difficult one. Megan certainly was outstanding and really give us that platform to get that early goal.
Yeah, I'd say Megan is my pick for sure. I mean, she made some great saves. She was sharp all game, you know. It was just kind of, you know, little flutters here and there, knuckleballs, you know, just making life difficult. But I mean, for the most part, I mean, hey, that was only 2 goals.
Yeah, well, indeed, yeah. I mean, I must admit, I thought it'd be more goals in it, but I suppose because so much on the line, both teams just clamped down, and defensively it was just such a tight game, and unfortunately it's a shame that there had to be a loser. But well, congratulations to the Diamonds, as we will hang on air to see who gets the Player of the Game awards. It's always difficult because you can't really hear, but it is Sam Bolwell by the looks of it who's going to receive the award. No surprise there. She's always going to be in contention for Player of the Games because well, she is just such a strong goaltender.
Absolutely. Oh, she made some key saves in this game for sure.
She certainly did.
Just standing her ground at that last flurry.
And it looks like, I think, Becky Castle-Wood's going to get the award then for Beacons. You should have had that one called. But 2 games in a row she's got Player of the Game meant for her side.
Her face-offs were exceptional in this game. I mean, just again in that last sequence there when they had the extra player on the ice, she was winning every draw. Yeah, she was. Such an outstanding talent, as the mutual applause signals the end of the game. But yeah, as I say, good recognition for Becky then, back-to-back games where she's got Player of the Game awards. And well, and really Taylor Tate was 2 strong goaltending performances from both sides, which led to what was a low-scoring game. Yeah, it's the kind of hockey you want to see when it comes down to this. Fight for a position, you know, playoffs, all of that stuff.
Disappointing result then for the Beacons, but a great game of hockey. I hope you enjoyed it back home. And well, you can watch this as many times as you like because it will be going up on YouTube. So please do check that one out. A reminder, next weekend then, hoping to bring you live radio coverage of both games. Saturday we're in town taking on the Guildford Lightning, and on Sunday playing the Queen Bees, who are now based in Slough. So please do tune in for that one. Face-off times and updates will be on social media. But thank you all for watching. I've been Adam Martman, and joining me has been Carl Wood.
Thank you very much. Good luck, Beacons, next weekend.